after I took her tack off and asked her to come out the gate, this is where I found her. So this was after I held a clinic, a 2-day clinic with 12 horses. I figured I'd try her through it while I still had it set up, but I had not showed her any of this stuff on the ground. So I just figured I'd show what I could do without doing the groundwork. So I don't force them underneath. I just ask her to go, take a step, and once she gets close, no more kicking. So I asked her to back up and then go forward, release my leg. And I'm going to show how you leave an obstacle so you don't lose. So you just back up a couple steps, then ask the horse to go forward, and then say, I want to go somewhere else. And then it's a win-win. And then you can go back to it later or work on the ground. This is the first time that she's seen those, and she sets her brakes, and I do the same thing, redirect her head to the obstacle, let her rest a little bit, ask her to back up, and by backing away I can possibly get her to go forward again. She set her brakes heavy again there. So I want her to try. She can't, running backwards or rearing or not trying is not an option. So she has to give me a try. And the more times I back her up and then send her forward, the better she can get a look at it from different angles and different distances. It's hard for them to see directly in front of them. And here I'll let her settle, and again, no leg, no energy, just letting her scope it out. And she decides she'll go through it. This is a very hard obstacle. My Versatility horse, the first time he ever saw it, I was cantering him, I believe, or trotting him up to it, and he set his brakes, and it took him a few seconds to go through it. I was surprised. But it looks like a wall to them. Then you can put it tighter. This was, I just asked her to walk forward to it, because at my clinic it was a back up and then rope the little dummy there. I'll have a sled here. I've never dragged anything from her back, and as she saw the curtain and heard the sled, she goes, no. So the following day I worked her with the sled on the ground. She did very well. I haven't ridden her with it again. But you don't want to scare your horse hanging on to something that they're afraid of. Now we're going to the curtain again. No, we're not. We're going to... This is a little pool. It's all cut down to nothing for horses that are afraid to go through a big pool. A kiddie pool that's plastic with a big rim. Horses sometimes will go in it and then they'll hook their foot on it and it'll scare them, or they'll tip it over. So I made this one down at the easiest level, but there's also water in it. The easiest level being very low and filled with sand. And then it would be filled with a little water. So I'm just telling her, you need to face it, look at it, smell it, think about it. And asking her to put her feet on it and just redirecting her head. When she wants to look at it, I give her the reins. So I need her to, again, face it. And then I'll take my leg off and just let her look at it. And she puts a foot on, and that's not bad. This mare has come so far because she came to me with all kind of behavioral problems when she wasn't started under saddle. And she just liked to put everything in her mouth. She wanted to put my boot in her mouth, and I just give her a tap there. Flexing to the side. And smelling the boot is one thing, biting it, not allowed. I can't remember how many times she's been under saddle here, but it's not too many at this point. Not too many hours at all. Again, letting her rest. So right after this video, you'll see, well, in the same video, after we had attempted a few things, you'll see when we come back that she's just very agreeable to everything. This horse could do versatility, no problem. She's just beginning with leg yields and stuff. But she's just a very curious horse and likes to be challenged. And I'm asking her to go forward, but we're not that close to him. Go forward and hang out, but she decided she'd go through. That was her first time going through the pool noodles. The bridge and ground poles are the only obstacles she had done before this day, so she was familiar with the bridge. We did not attempt the rope because I haven't taught her the moves she needs to be successful at that. And here I have a little cap gun, which she's never seen. I haven't asked her to yield over the fence like that. So I'm just coming at it again so I can get closer and pick up this little cap gun that shoots a projectile. And it becomes a crop too, and she doesn't want to go forward. So most cap guns aren't double action, aren't single action, and this one was. So I was not prepared that I had to cock the gun, because most don't do that, the cap guns. You just pull the trigger. So that one you could actually cock it and the cylinder rotate. It was pretty cool and shoots out a little plastic projectile. And then we're going to put it away. And here we did a little jousting, first time ever. She's never had anything like that big, me holding anything, so got to get her used to it first before I try to pick them up, because she's a little nervous of it by her eye. So just going around a lap, and then I will come back and try to skewer the rings. She's doing really well. And if she wasn't, then I wouldn't continue. She shies a little bit of the banner here. Goes out to the side. And does very well. And I did it right after that, not on video, and she was really good. And now the pool noodles are not a big deal. She just amazes me every time I ride her, how much improvement there is and how much try. And this obstacle, very difficult for horses at my clinic. Most of them couldn't do it, and again, she's never even seen one of these or been asked to walk through it. And see, there's a lot of curiosity and try in this mare. And a week after this, I rode her out last night, out on the trail alone. It was her third time out alone. and she was just fantastic. All I have is cell phone footage of that. And she is gated. Her mother's a Tennessee Walker. I'm not sure on the sire. I was told, but I can't remember. But I was told it was not a gated horse. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Most horses I'll do groundwork over obstacles before I ride them, but I just switched it up with her just to see what she would do without stressing her. And this photo at the very end is not of this day, but just to show how goofy she is. Good girl. Thanks for watching.